Hello there, everyone. You know who I am, E.T. Templar, Alien Crusader from Beyond the Heavens, here to entertain and destroy through the power of me, magic. And it's been a while since I've talked about historical stuff, and I think it's been a long time since I uploaded here on the historical playlist. So we're going to be talking about a gangster from Cleveland, Ohio. Now, this guy's legendary because he practically declared war on the Italian-American mob in Cleveland. In fact, he did such a good job that the mob never took hold in Cleveland. He cleaned house so bad that the mob just couldn't take over. So he originally was kind of a gangster himself. But so he started off at the International Longshoremen's Association, and then he was hired to keep the peace with the union bosses. And so he eventually impressed John Nardi, another kingpin, and was promoted to enforcer. Now, they made a movie based off this guy called Kill the Irishman. And it's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it, because it's just a great movie. And, of course, this guy, one of the stories is legendary, because the Italian mob's been trying to kill this guy for months. And they tried car bombs. That didn't work multiple times. But one time he was going for a jog in the park, just minding his own business, and a hitman decided to try and shoot at him with a hunting rifle at less than 100 yards away. So again, the hitman, for whatever reason, maybe it's just Danny Greene's Irish luck, or who knows what, but the hitman couldn't, the shots were zinging past Danny Greene. So what does he do? Oh, he draws his handgun at the time, runs toward the sniper, firing at him. And of course, this chased the hitman off. And whether that was just incompetence on the hitman or the balls of Danny Greene himself causing the hitman to be unnerved and run, that's just pretty amazing. And so this guy's quite the character. He's served in the armed forces for some time in the Marines. So again, he was probably one of these types that wasn't easily intimidated. So his military service, after being expelled from Collinwood High School in 1951, Greene enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, where he was soon noticed for his abilities as a boxer and marksman. He was stationed for a time at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune, Jacksonville, North Carolina, and was transferred many times, possibly because of behavioral issues. Again, he probably didn't take any shit. And there was probably either officers or sergeants that, busted his balls. And, I'm just assuming this guy's Irish by his name. Probably got a hard head, too, and, again, doesn't take any shit. So he's promoted to the rank of corporal in 1953. Greene taught new junior Marines how to be artillerymen. He was honorably discharged later that year. So after that, he was a longshoreman, and that's where the story started. And I guess we can read his criminal career. So bear with me as I read this. So Greene formed his own crew of young Irish American gangsters called the Celtic Club. His main enforcers were Keith, the Enforcer, Hertzen, Kevin McTaggart, Brian O'Donnell, Danny Greene Jr., Billy McDuffie, Elmer Breton, Ernest Ted Waite, Art Shep Sneppinger, and Jimmy Icepick Sterling, who set up gambling dens across the city. He also allied with John Nardi, a Cleveland crime family labor racketeer who overthrew the leadership. So, yeah, there's just something, and I mean this in all forms of respect, to just Irish people in general. If it's one thing I admire about just Irish people in general, is their no take a shit, no give a shit attitude. And especially historically speaking, Irish people have really gotten the raw deal no matter where they've been. Whether it be in their own home country of Ireland, within Scotland, they've always, for whatever reason, got the short end of the stick, and it didn't change even here in the United States. They fled to the United States to avoid, the potato famine, and only to end up shooting at their own kin in a American Civil War during like the 1860s, right? So, as a people, they've been, shot at and missed, shot on and hit. But, one thing the Irish don't really do is play that victim card as other races do. And if it's another thing I find admirable about the Irish is that they keep on rolling along. And even with past history and the absolute raw deal they've gotten from the English, Americans, and others, it's water off their back, and they keep moving forward with their just general pride and, just lineage and culture. They're a very cultured, amazing group of people, and they don't let incidences of the past rule over them, usually. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule, but let's get back to the crime. The relationship between Greene and Burns began to sour. Greene had asked Burns for a loan of $75,000 to set up a cheat spot, speakeasy, and gambling house. Burns arranged it through the Gambino crime family, but the money was lost in the hands of Burns' courier Billy Cox, who used it to purchase cocaine. Damn, spent $75,000 on cocaine. My God. The police raided Cox's house, arrested him, and seized the narcotics and what was left of the $75,000. The Gambino crime family wanted their money, and Burns pressed Greene, who refused to return it, reminding Burns that he could not return something he had never received, and that Burns was responsible for losing it, since Burns' carrier had lost it. To settle the dispute, Burns directed an associate to hire a hitman for Greene, gave him $25,000 to do the job, and noted it should be carried out even in the event of harm befalling Burns. Several minor underworld characters, burglars by trade, took the contract, but their numerous assassination attempts on Greene failed. So, again, I don't know if it's Greene's Irish luck or what, but not so long afterwards, Greene found an unexploded bomb in his car where he pulled into a Collinwood service station to get gas. The explosive was wired improperly and failed to detonate. Greene disassembled the bomb himself, removed the dynamite, and brought the rest of the package to a policeman, Edward Kovacic. Kovacic offered him police protection, but Greene refused it. He also refused to hand over the bomb, stating, "I'm going to send this back to the old bastard that sent it to me." So not only is the guy dodging these assassination attempts, but he tells the cops, "I don't need protection, bitch. I have my own protection," and refused to turn over the bomb. That's that's amazing. Suspecting that Burns had ordered the hit, Greene decided to retaliate. On March 29th, 1975, Holy Saturday, the eve of Burns was blown up by a bomb containing C4, a potent military explosive, in the lot behind Christie's Lounge, formerly Jack and Jill West Lounge, a go-go spot at 2516 Detroit Avenue near St. Malachi's Church. On May 12th, another explosion rocked Collinwood. Greene's building at 15805 Waterloo Road was destroyed, but he sustained only minor injuries. As the second floor fell, he was shielded from the debris by a refrigerator that had lodged itself against the wall. A second, more powerful bomb failed to explode, for which Greene credited the intercession of St. Jude, whose medal he always wore around his neck. So not only does he survive all these assassination attempts, but he survives a bomb going off in his fucking where he's living. And not only that, survives the second floor falling on his head. And that's why this guy is just absolutely legendary. Okay, here we go. In 1975, Greene began to push into the vending machine racket. Traditionally controlled by the mafia, as well as muscled into gambling operations, this angered the Cleveland family leadership, especially the soldier Thomas the Chinaman Santino. Greene controlled some of the more lucrative laundry contracts that Santino wanted, and Santino deemed the excessive fees for the Greenes charged for a coin-operated laundry contracts extortion. Santino and mob soldier Joseph Joey Luce Lacobacci, hopefully I'm pronouncing that wrong, frickin' Italian names, murdered one of Greene's associates in retaliation. Greene had dynamite wired to the frame of Santino's car, but Santino found the bomb, removed it, and disarmed it, and later destroyed it. In Greene's competition with the mafia to build a vending machine empire, John Conte became a victim. Conte owned a vending machine company that provided slot machines to various private clubs and parties. While working at the route for another one, Conte was also a close friend of Joseph Gallows. On the day of Conte's disappearance, he told his wife that he had been meeting with Greene, that was the last time she saw him. His badly beaten corpse was discovered a few days later at a dump site in Austintown. Jeez. Police investigators theorized that Conte was beaten to death in Greene's trailer, and his body was transported to Austintown. They found some physical evidence, but Greene was never charged with Conte's murder. Which that's a little weird, right? So I'm also theorizing that maybe Greene had a little bits of corruption and with the police. That's an allegation, of course. Don't read too much into that one. But let's keep going. In 1976, Longshoremen mobster John Scully's died, leaving the control of the Cleveland lucrative criminal operation, specifically the city's Teamsters Union, up for grabs. Scalish had been appointed James Lacavoli as successor, but other mobsters such as John Nardi challenged Lacavoli for leadership of the organization. Within weeks, with Greene's assistance, Nardi had many of Lacavoli's supporters killed, including Lacavoli's underboss Leo Lips Moreni. The Cleveland family enforcer Eugene the Animal Kaisulo was seriously injured and sidelined for several months by a car bomb. Soon after, a bomb planted in Alfred Ali Calabresi's car killed an innocent man. Frank Preco of Collinwood died while moving Calvi's Lincoln Continental before getting out of the car out of their shared driveway. So there was some collateral damage, which that's fucking shitty. But then again, if you're driving a mobster's car, I don't know. That's pretty risky. If you associate with these people, not saying that the victim deserved this anyway, but if your friends are like high class, like Italian mobsters, pieces of shit, you should probably be a little bit aware there. But this began a long-standing war between Lacavoli's Cleveland crime family and Greene's Celtic club. In 1976 alone, 36 bombs exploded around the Cleveland area, which was soon giving the moniker Bomb City, USA. The ATF tripled its staff northeast Ohio in order to handle the bomb investigations. A suspected bomb maker, Martin Heitman, was arrested but released for lack of evidence. Rick Perello reported in his book To Kill the Irishman that Greene, using bombs or bullets, killed at least 8 of the mafia hitmen sent to assassinate him. 8. So this guy killed 8 assassins that were contracted to kill him. And that's just some of the stories. If you check out his story on Wikipedia, that's where I read most of this. But if you can, watch the movie To Kill an Irishman. In fact, let me get a poster for it real quick. And bear with me as I do that. It's a fantastic movie, and it does cover quite a bit of what we just read. Okay, I need a better poster. Where is a better poster? Come on, Google, you suck. And that's Danny Greene, the guy who killed 8 assassins, maybe some innocent people too. But again, an Irishman with a no bullshit attitude, and that's the one thing that Legendary. Let's see, when was this movie out? So that way it's not misconstrued with another movie. There we go. Oh, Val Kilmer, Christopher Walken, Ray Stevenson, Vincent D'Onofrio. Come on. When was this movie out? Kill the Irishman. Because I remember seeing this movie a ways back. So this movie came out in 2011. And yeah, again, it's a it's a fantastic movie, and it's just great. I think Ray Stevenson does such a great job playing Danny Greene, and you will be entertained. As far as I can remember, it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but I think it did the character service pretty decently. And of course, it's a great story about an Irishman that single-handedly destroyed the Italian mob in Ohio. So if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a dislike, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. God bless, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and yeah, I'll see you next time in the next video and or stream, and God willing, you guys do too, and again, see you next time. Thanks for watching.